Hello everybody and welcome to a Gotta Love Breath review. Today I'm going to be looking at a documentary called Crazy Love, which is, in my opinion, a highly underappreciated piece of work. And when I mean highly, I mean, why hasn't anybody seen this movie? This documentary focuses around a couple, if you can even call them that. They're highly dysfunctional, though. That doesn't even really give their little twisted relationship they've got going here any sort of justice. Their names are Bert and Linda, and the circumstances under which they fall in love is truly despicable, just disgusting stuff. This particular couple had landed into numerous newspaper and magazine articles since they had gotten together, mostly due to, the fact that they're really messed up, but I wouldn't want to spoil any of the real shockers in this film, or at least for me they were shockers. If you aren't already familiar with this particular story, you're in for one real emotional whirlwind of a time. If you don't start talking to your screen at least once during this movie, I can officially designate you as not being human. There's literally points where you're just staring at the screen, events will be unfolding, and you'll be like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Nuh-uh. Oh, no freaking way. The direction of this film is fantastic, which is part of the reason why I ended up talking to my screen so often. Though it's a bit slow to pick up. Many less patient types, those that kind of move around in their chairs a lot when it comes to documentaries. The first 20 minutes are really kind of slow without even getting to the point where there's really the story takes off. A lot of people that I know just gave up, which is unfortunate because this is really a fantastic story. The interviews with Bert and Linda are nothing short of priceless, and anyone who enjoys a really deep psychological analysis, you're gonna get the most out of this. These everyday sick bastards. You will absolutely fall in love with the interviews in this movie. You really get inside of these people's heads, for better or for worse, depending on whether you want to get in the heads of sick bastards. You get to know everything about them, not from some overproduced, disembodied narration. I'm looking at you, Grizzly Man. That was perhaps the most obnoxious narrator in any documentary, period. But from the people who actually lived through this situation. So you're getting, the true story from these two people. Even more surprising is that even though the scenario in this film is so horribly grim, they found a way to inject some really strangely effective strokes of dark humor. I had laughed on numerous occasions, which is not something you would expect from a story this bleak. At its core, Crazy Love is truly a love story. Just one of the sickest and most disturbing love stories you're probably going to ever stumble on. If you even have a passing interest in documentaries, you owe it to yourself to watch Crazy Love. Maybe a little slow in the beginning, but trust me when I say the initial setup is well worth the payoff. If I had to give it a rating, I would probably go with a 4 out of 5 for the general public and a 5 out of 5 for documentary lovers, which balances out to a 4.5 out of 5. I've been giving the same rating far too frequently, I think. This is Gotta Love Breath, and I am signing out. Seriously, if you haven't seen it already, watch Crazy Love. It is one awesome movie.